Okay, so today I will be a listener, right? Today I will be a listener. Who's going to talk what today?
Monit
I
can
don't
start.
understand.
I missed the class last time. So Monit, you can start first.
Okay, so today I will be a listener, right?
เอ้าทำไมมี echo เนี่ย
Well, it's okay. Echo is echo.
เอ้ย we want to ask ท่านข่าว which vaccine did you get
Pfizer.
oh and do you have reaction from it
Not too bad, just congested, little sleepy. Now I'm starting to get headaches. Today is my third day, maybe hopefully last.
They say like drink a lot of water. That would help headache.
Okay, so today's topic is on Nibbana. So we want to hear from Tanjip about Nibbana.
ครับผม
Yes.
according to Buddha dictionary, Nibbana has two. Like first one, Saupadhisesa Nibbana Thāt. Saupadhisesa Nibbana Thātu. And second one, Anupadhisesa Nibbana Thātu. The first one is Nibbana that free from defilements, but still have a kanta or fine aggregates. And the second one, free from defilements and free from fine aggregates as well. Is non-conditioned.
Okay. Anyone else wants to say on Nibbana? Remember, Buddha said Nibbana is the greatest happiness. Nibbana is the greatest voidness. Oh.
And from Nibbana Sutta that we discussed last week, that that Monit and I discussed together. From that sutta, it said that Uttayi Thera Sariputta said that the Buddha said Nibbana is the happiest thing or something like that. And Uttayi Thera asked Sariputta that how can be happy because Nibbana has no Vedana, and like step by the happiness from Kamasukha is happy for someone, but when that one has the Paramashana, and then that one will see the Kamasukha as a suffering, and then after that one gets the Tutiya Shana, they will see something like Vitaka and Vichara as a suffering. That is from Pratama Shana, Vitaka and Vichara. And Sariputta said like this step by step until the Rupachana and Arupachana, until the last one, that Sanya, that is called Sanya Vetayitta Nirodha. That is can can eliminate the defilements, and that one we see the Rupachana and Arupachana, even the 8th chana, they will see it like they will see it as a suffering when they get the Nibbana. So Vajidera understood that why the Buddha said Nibbana is the happiest one. This is from Nibbana Sutta that we discussed last week. Okay, Monit, your turn.
Monit, do you have anything to say on what Tanchip said?
I discussed with him about why the one who reached Patoma Chan have suffering from sensual pressure. Because the Nibbana Sutta said that when someone reached Patoma Chan, he have problem about perception of sensual pressure. That took the suffering to him. But I suspect that why is suffering. พูดภาษาไทยได้ไหม
No, you can't speak Thai.
100 pounds.
We understand you, I think.
บอกว่าในเมื่อเราไปถึงปฐมฌานแล้ว ก็คือตอนนั้นเราละกามคุณใช่ไหมคือไม่มีนิวรณ์เราไม่มีนิวรณ์ทำไมถึงเกิดมีสัญญาเกี่ยวกับกามคุณได้ในเมื่อถึงปฐมฌานแล้วในพระสูตรบอกอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
According to that sutta, Buddha is saying that once you attain the first jhana, you will see that why kama gunas are so suffering. That's why you are able to get rid of kama guna. Yeah, sensual pleasure is danger. Sensual pleasure is suffering. Once you attain the first jhana, and you understand that. You understand that as a suffering, so you're able to overcome, and you're happy. So that's the sukha.
Teacher, because at that moment, the sensual pressure was not get rid of. นะ it but it disappear at that moment
At that moment,
okay when attain first jhana
and the
Ah.
same with the second jhana. After you attain the second jhana, and then there is a vitaka when vichara is gone. Yeah, and explaining that when there is no vitaka and vichara is so happy. So vitaka vichara is a suffering.
Yes
Yeah, like that.
okay I understand
Because you get it is happier than before.
Teacher
Yeah.
can explain clearly
Okay, so like that, you have understood so that you have seen the danger, and that's why it's become happier. Anyone wants to say on Nibbana?
I have questions because Nibbana seems to be the ultimate goal of like the Buddhism, right? But in everyday, can we have like can we reach the Nibbana like like a mimic one?
Nibbana test like Nibbana Chimlong ว่ะ
ใช่ไหมนิพพานชั่วขณะ
English, please.
นิพพานอินคณิกสมาธิ
English, please.
เนาะ
Explain in English.
Monit, can you explain?
In English is hard
นิพพาน in คณิกะสมาธิ only at
Monit is needs to explain in English.
We don't understand.
I want to say that when we have sati at just a moment in each khanika samadhi that means we reach nibbana.
At that moment is not it is non-conditioned, right? So the non-conditioned state is like a state of Nibbana. You want to say this?
So first question is it possible or not?
To expose that the ultimate happiness like Nibbana like in everyday practice it.
Yeah, is it possible?
But it's not the real one yet, but but maybe for a moment.
From my understanding and from my teachers' understanding, from Kubajan of my teachers said that is possible, but in our understanding, but the real is more than that, and from Tipitaka, we can test the state of Nibbana the first time. We have to attend the Sota Patimak and Sota Patipala. So we have to attend the Sotapan first, and that moment you will reach the test of Nibbana for the first time. It's quite different from our understanding because we are not Sotapan. And another thing is the ninth jhana is Sanya Vedayita Nirodha is the test of Nibbana. It's like the state of Nibbana.
Okay. Monit.
Hmm?
What do you think? Is it possible to have a Nibbana in daily life?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
You have to explain. I don't get yes or no. Explain.
Because when in each seconds or minute that we have more and more state, and that moment we don't have kilesa, and don't have นิวรณ์นิวรณ์
Nibbana.
นิวรณ์คำว่าอะไร
What about asavas?
Hindrances.
What about the
Oh.
asavas? Do you have the asavas?
We have asavas, taints. So now, is it possible or not?
yes
In
Okay.
our understanding, yes.
But
Yeah.
So why I ask this question, because it somehow I'm not quite sure that when we are ordinary person and then we listen to other people and then we might think that so we still thinking about is possible or not possible. I'm not very sure.
what I heard was that Nibbana goes beyond contact. So when we try to make this approximation, it's still within the realm of contact. Because that is the mind and the intellect contact, no? If you think, oh, I'm in Nibbana now, that's not beyond contact, is it? Like
Beyond
we're
contact.
talking right now as ordinary people. It's just freedom, momentary freedom from the hindrances, but not necessarily from the kilesas, no? Or from the asavas.
อ๋อโอเคทั้งข่าวพูดว่าทั้งข่าว said about no hindrance but still have กิเลสะใช่ไหม right
On the asavas.
Asavas is still there.
Yeah.
That he mean.
You need to cut out the asavas in order to see Nibbana. No? And then you become a Sotapatti.
I don't think so
Okay.
No, we are in the process of training to get there. Like we need to first clear the hindrances in order to speak,
when I
understand.
had some course of retreat
Isn't there a term called Tadanga Nibbhuti?
I touch the sense of Nibbana.
Okay.
That's
So
you know, I'm not enlightened, but I can touch the sense of Nibbana.
Of course,
uh,
you understanding.
how do you sense the Nibbana?
At that moment, I knew that when my face, you know, muscle on my face was อะไรอะ
Relax.
You're still in the realm of contact then.
and not involved by emotion. That I knew that the wisdom said to me that this is the state of
Hello?
Hello? You got Nibbana now. We can't hear you.
Maybe.
What about Tanchip? If you ever feel that you feel that Nibbana.
Actually, I don't think anything. It's not necessary to know that is the state of Nibbana or not, but just know that now I still have this kind of development, and now I have no state, or now I have state like that. I am mindful or not like that, and
What does the Nibbana means?
the of non-conditioned.
State of not conditioned, and then what else?
What else?
state of no attachment with everything.
Viraha.
Yeah. See, we have learned viraga, vimutti, santi. What does that mean? Viraga, no lust, no greed, no hatred. Yeah. Tanha khaya, no tanha. Yeah. Vimutti, free from greed, hatred, and delusion. Santi, all the greed, hatred, and delusion been completely extinguished. So the Nibbana is, what is it called? No raga, no dosa, no moha. Now you have to ask yourself, have you ever felt or experienced there is no lobha, no dosa, no moha?
Yes, in some moment.
It's just
For me, I mean, I don't think so. For me,
Okay.
I think there is some even little. If I think, oh, I don't have this now. I don't know. I
actually
thought I felt it, but I don't think it's there. There is still some more.
that time when I could see things separated,
Yes.
like
You can
my body, and it's not the thing like when we see the cars, they are not the cars, they are not cars, but it's just the kalapa kalapa that contact my eyes. It's just light.
คอมโพเนนต์ได้ปะท่านจีด
Components ได้
There are many components in
Okay,
one car.
let me show you this one slide, okay?
But at the time I still have the mind that I think that is myself.
So these are the synonyms that we have studied. Synonym for the Nirodha or the Nibbana. Okay? And then this one is a Nibbana. So there is no earth, water, fire, and wind. As what says, neither is there the sun and the moon or a shining stars, but no darkness. Okay? And then the second explanation is Nibbanang Paramang Sunyang. It's the voidness, the highest void, void of defilements, all the defilements. And yet there is no word.
No word can describe.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like
that. Describe. And this is a visankhara, gatang chittang. The mind has gone, no sankharas, unconditioned, as Tanchip was talking about. Yeah. And then there is no remaining trace of tanha.
I think we can feel components of Nibbana, but not the full thing.
Yeah. So, okay, the answer is we can experience of these components of Nibbana, and so that is sometimes is called a momentary Nibbana.
yeah, I think I'm quite happy with the answer.
Otherwise, if we can't experience,
Can we use this word temporary nibbana?
Temporary Nibbana. You can, but
People will think you are joking.
I think a momentary is better. Temporary, it means
Yeah, I think so.
not
It
that
may be
good.
longer than momentary.
Okay.
No, you can't have Nibbana as temporary.
Yeah, because the one thing is we have to understand that a Nibbana we can experience here and now. Okay, we don't have to wait for future. We don't have to wait for this many years or that many years. We have to realize Nibbana here and now, only in the moment. Okay, and then this bits and pieces of a Nibbana, every time when you felt or when you experience that you don't have this greed, hatred, and delusion, and you feel complete viraga, dispassion, and this whole world is such a mess, this whole world is such a suffering, and why do I want to come back? And that's sort of a small bit of a tiny moment when you experience that you are experiencing a bit of a
component.
components of this Nibbana, and that confirms the Nibbana exists. Okay, and then the further confirmation that there is this Nibbana for sure, the moment when you attain the Sotapanna, you confirms that okay, this is the Nibbana is there, and I simply will be walking towards it. I am not going to go any right or left, but going straight to Nibbana. Okay.
Because if you say that this momentary Nibbana is the full thing, then we are all Sotapannas. But a Sotapanna gets the full deal. Like what we get is just little parts. Like you get a cake, we just taste the icing or one small decoration or little part. We don't eat the whole cake, you know.
Okay, so it is possible to experience Nibbana here and now, momentary Nibbanas, the moment when you don't have those little bit of greed, hatred, and delusion for the moment of that experience. Okay? I was just trying to find out that the Suzuki, one of the very famous Zen master, Japanese Zen master who introduced Zen Buddhism, or Buddhism, basically Buddhism in the West, and modernized Zen Buddhism. He explains saying that the moment when you experience a satori or the enlightenment, some people can attain this for a few moments, few days, few weeks, and few months. But if you can maintain it for a longer time until that there is nothing left in your mind, which is all the asavas, then you have completely attained the Nibbana.
Don't the Zen masters believe enlightenment is not possible unless you're a Buddha?
I don't think so. I'm not sure that one. But normally they say that the enlightenment is just a sudden like this.
Satori.
Satori. Okay. Right. Anything else on that? Nibbana. So, Dr. Jeff, you happy with the answer?
Yep, I'm very happy. So because when people discuss this like in Thailand, so somehow it can be misleading to the people. Yeah, because I think I didn't hear people talking about the component. So that's why they might believe that it's actually they can go, but it's just only a short period of time. Like for example, if I did like samatha meditation, maybe so I can so I don't have nibbana or hindrance at that moment. So I might feel that now I might enlighten. I mean, yep. But actually, it's not. It's just only the component. I think the emphasis should be the component of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought so as well. I thought, oh, I'm so elevate. Like if I'm congratulating myself for being for saying Nibbana, I'm probably not enlightened then.
Yeah. The moment when you say to yourself that I am enlightened, celebrating, then that's not.
Yeah.
I am.
But you have to have the knowledge saying that, okay, this has been attained. And not I have attained, this has been attained.
Bhayam pe antima jate.
Right? Then that moment you will understand. So let me share another. In order to here, see, this is the one. After enlightenment, you will realize this one. This is called you have understood, or I have, it's been realized. See, the birth is exhausted. The holy life has been lived out. What was to be done is done, and there is no more of this to come. And that is Arhat. That is Nibbana.
Work is done.
So that means if I am saying that I have done, then you are not yet. But if you realize that it has been done, then done.
Job done.
Like a job done, not I have done this job. Okay? So this is the Nibbana. Okay? So
yeah, the word momentary Nibbana is confusing as well. Like, because then it implies that you feel Nibbana for a moment, but not parts of, Tadanga Nibbana is better.
Okay, and also I have another question that some of my friends who are like not Buddhism, they ask me about it. Well, yeah, the Buddhism, the goal of Buddhism is Nibbana, but what it would be if like everyone reached the enlightenment, what would be that state? No more human, no more animal. So they asked me like that. So I don't know how to answer.
Uncountable beings in this world.
who answer for that one? If everybody attends the enlightenment, what will happen?
Never happened, so
So I should say it never happened. And then they will have another question is why you hope for that?
Okay, what? Two questions. Now, if everybody attains a Nibbana, what will be? And then the second question, why do you want to be? So, who has got something to say? Now, Moni, why do you want to be in Nibbana?
Because now I feel suffering.
Suffering of what?
Yes, in my life.
Suffering of what?
Suffering, suffering in living, in working.
But you don't want to give up working.
I don't want to reborn again and again, I
Why?
don't want to separate from my loved one and don't want to be aging person, to be sick, to be learn again and again, to be examined in each subject, and don't want to be a doctor again and again.
Do you want to be a nun?
Oh, I don't want to be a nun.
Oh.
I want to wear the skirt, the form, uh, the closet form of the nun. I don't want to wear it. ชอบใส่ผ้าถุงอ่ะ
Okay, no worry. You can wear a jeans.
Okay.
See,
Yes.
you can be enlightened. Too much demand.
If a nun can wear trouser.
I need AC. I need this. I need to eat.
Okay. So we have to find out, why do we want to be in Nibbana? Huh? And in Nibbana, we know that there is nothing. There is no birth. There is no entertainment. You are not coming back. Yeah. So this is the question that people always ask. It's a very general question. Why do you want to be in Nibbana if there is no rebirth, if there is no coming back? Where will I be? Huh? And Carl?
Where will I be?
Yeah.
Well, after Nibbana.
Yeah, there's a question.
Wow, how to answer this person?
Yeah.
No me.
I want to, well, no, the Nibbana seems appealing to me because I don't like being lied to. I feel like everything is lying to me. My eyes, my nose, my ears, my body, my mind. So there is something, reality that is behind all that screen that I'm looking through. So I want to see that reality. And also the kilesas are very torturous. The greed tortures me, anger tortures me, delusion tortures me. So I want to be free of that torture. Also, I don't want to be born again and have to go to school and sit down in a classroom. I hate school. Also, job interviews and writing CVs. Yeah. Also, watching my grandparents and parents die over and over again. Why is it appealing to me and not to someone else? I would say it's because of the frame of mind that everybody is in. Everyone has a different frame of mind. So if you are asking me that question, it's because you have been taught and teaching yourself not to want this, or not to ask these questions and want to keep holding on, and that's just your frame of mind. And for you to be able to understand why I want this, you'll have to go through everything I have gone through and understand things the way I do, and that is impossible for you unless you start training yourself. And as for if there are no more humans and no more animals, it's you can ask yourself, why do you want there to be more humans and more animals? Do you want humans who are full of greed and hatred to be around, or do you want them to be free? Or what is so great about having so many people around all the time? We like to destroy a lot, and we like to kill a lot and hurt each other. I mean, if you are a Christian, you don't want anyone in the world either. You want them all to be in heaven, Like in the Bible, the ultimate goal is is heaven, or some theories is that is Armageddon, that you don't really go to heaven or hell. You wait until final judgment when the Christ returns and you fight with Antichrist in the final battle in Armageddon. During the apocalypse, when the final judgment is made, either you go to heaven in rapture or you remain in in the world and suffer eternal torment. So either way, even other religions, they don't want humans to be in earth because the earth has suffering in it, and what they want is to be free of this suffering. And the difference is that the suffering, the freedom from suffering, they believe can be found through God, while we believe you don't need a God. It can be done by oneself because a human being is capable of this without having to take refuge in something you cannot, something you believe is greater than you, because human beings are the greatest. I don't know, that's not a very short answer.
Okay, but it seems to me that after listening to Monit and Tan Kao, so it seems like oh, you guys want to reach Nibbana is because of the suffering. But if we change some scenario that if you born and then you surrounding with something that you feel happy, like you
Mhm.
surrounding by good people, and you have a good teacher teach you, you don't suffer in the classroom, uh, something like that. So will you change your mind?
No, it's not really about others. It's also that is temporary, even that happiness. It's also mostly, I believe the way I react as well to other people. Like, I don't think I'm a good person because I am full of greed, hatred, and delusion. So even if somebody's been nice to me and I feel I'm nice to them, that that reaction, that sort of interaction still depends on the kilesas, because either way I'm making a judgment that is based on the kilesas. So if I'm being nice to someone, there is some greed involved in that. If I don't like someone and I'm still being nice to them, there is still greed and hatred involved in that, because I may want to be nice so that I can get something from that person. So it's like this is not really about the environment, it's about the internal environment. It's because I know that the best I can do for others is if I'm free of the kilesas. Like, I cannot be truly nice as long as there are kilesas within.
You mentioned this is mean Nibbida that you feel the
I don't know.
Nibbida.
Maybe.
Hmm. So when we look at the Buddha's teachings, the reason why we want to be in the Nibbana is that because when you return to be any beings, you have to face with the old age, sickness, and death.
Mm.
Yeah? And having seen this old age and sickness and death, and you always have to reborn and then get old and get sick and die. It's so much painful. So having seen that and feel of needing way out, and that way out is the path, and then the result is a nibbana. That's how eventually people will seek that. And the person, those who never felt or never experienced it, or try not to experience it, haven't understood and realized it, then they will not see the benefit of attaining the nibbana, and they will even don't take it as a nibbana. And furthermore, there are many people, or maybe 99% of the people, and they enjoy of that pain, they enjoy of that disappointment. What I am pain, but I feel happy.
Sadistic.
Yeah. So then they again don't want to attain the nibbana because it's so boring, nothing.
Oh, it's kind of like a sweet poison,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
hmm,
That's why to attain or to see the benefit of a nibbana is that you have to see that how suffering this life is. Only then you will be thinking of attaining the Nibbana. And this you cannot tell anyone. Like someone probably living by the temple, but they never go to do any dana or even to listen the talk until when they face the trouble. When they got the trouble or problem, then, oh, I need to do dana, oh, I need to listen the talk. See, when there is a no condition, then they will not appreciate, or they will not put any time to listen it. And with that, they will never see the benefit of attainment of a Nibbana. But the moment when you attain or achieve or experience the suffering, then you see that, okay, there is greater happiness which is free from all the suffering, and then you will work towards it to gain the Nibbana. That's why in the Four Noble Truths, Buddha didn't talk about the Nibbana at first. Buddha didn't give the path to walk to the Nibbana, to happiness first. Buddha told, see, this is suffering. See, this is dukkha. The moment when you see the dukkha, then you try to find the solution. It's like the doctors. We don't want any doctors to come around. We don't want to go to hospital. But the moment when you feel when you feel sick, then you find, you try to get the doctor. Oh, I want to see the doctor so I can get the medicine. And then you take a medicine, and that's how you cure. But now is the Nibbana. It's a suffering that you see, you experience, is the main reason why you try to find the solution. A person who sees the Nibbana is the ultimate goal and happiness only when he or she experiences the suffering and realize the suffering, how difficult disappointment or how difficult this life is. And then this Nibbana will come to your mind. Oh, there is something beyond this suffering. It's not everyone's a cup of tea. Like nowadays, people are suffering from COVID-19. We never got to COVID-19. We don't unless someone who has experience, like Tankal, he experienced the COVID-19 for some times. He knows the symptoms. If he asks me, how do I feel? I can't. There is no testless experience of me. So he had it. So like that.
Or when your family member, they say, you are terrified.
Okay.
Otherwise, people get more careful about this.
Okay. Now, anybody wants to say anything?
I want to say to Professor Jiao, when when I lost my dad, that made me more and more suffering. That I knew that the only way to get rid of suffering is to work in this path, a Four Noble Path. You can touch this sense when you lost your beloved one.
Yeah, that's why Buddha mentioned different types of sufferings. When we experience it, then we go for that. Yes, Monit, Dr. Jep.
Yep. What is this? Uh,
You want
yeah.
to
So.
say something?
Yeah. But usually, I feel that if people want to like have the ultimate goal, which is Nibbana, so I think they first need to see the truth, just like Ajahn Suchan say that. So they need to see, yeah, we have to reborn again, age, and maybe sick and death. So they become like kind of realization about this thing. So they hope for that. But at some point, people might use it a lot in terms that I want to go to Nibbana because of something called something you don't like, but actually you didn't realize the truth. It's just only the moment that I want to escape from this. So that's why I want Nibbana. So that's the thing.
It's like a lot of people, they spend their lives, Sukalikana yoga, but as soon as they go, they want to run to the temple and start meditating, and I won't
And
be
then
bothered. Can't sit
yeah,
down, but I won't be bothered. It's like bit too late. It's not too late. It's never too late. But that's why Buddha praised uh, people who seek when they are still healthy, still young or live, full of life.
Okay. So and then the second one, that is what happens after everybody attain the Nibbana. Yeah. So do you think that in a politics, democracy is possible? Everybody equally treated, and every
um, for me, I think it seemed to it impossible to me to have like the equal treatment, because if I use the law of karma to explain, so actually it's not like that, because everyone did a different thing. So I'm not I don't believe that after the Nibbana everything will be like equally treated.
So think about becoming a doctor. Yeah. When you are in a classroom, you are taught same thing. But why someone become a doctor, someone become a nurse, someone become a specialist in different things?
Manit can answer this.
Because human, many people have different wisdom, different karma, different karma, and different vipaka.
Everyone is conditioned differently.
No equality.
But sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Go on.
Yeah, and another thing is I usually think, because I'm not reaching any kind of state of Nibbana yet, but I feel that I try to think about that, try to explain by science, just like atom. So actually, if you learn about the behavior of the elements in the atom, so that means at some point, maybe when you reach the Nibbana, everything. So it's I don't know that yet, but according to that, it may be like that atom has gone or not.
Okay.
So I try to think in different angle, like in terms of like science and
Yeah.
the law of karma, because
Mm.
when we're not there yet, so we can only use the knowledge that we have or we discover so far to explain that
Yeah.
state. Mhm.
Mm. That's the thing, yeah. We can only explain it using concepts, but it is something that goes beyond concept. We can only, have a very far approximation. Is always answering in negative, It's like what's a frog trying to describe dry land to a tadpole?
Mhm.
Is there water? No. Is it wet? No.
Mhm. Okay, so the reason behind people become a doctor, nurse, or a specialist in certain places, certain things, is because their interests are different. Yeah? And that interest is based on their karma, their actions, the accumulation of the karma that they have taken with them. So the whole world is like a one classroom. Now nobody in that classroom, not everybody will be following same way. Yeah, so the Nibbana is like that. Yeah, and as San Titadamo said, it's like explaining to someone who never experienced it, then it will be very difficult to explain what it is. So this is the concept is, we are talking in a way that what if everybody attains Nibbana, and this is impossible. This is impossible that everybody will be attaining a Nibbana. And also a second is that in the Sakaya Ditti, Vichikicha Silabata Paramasa, the Vichikicha is you're questioning and doubting of everything. What will I be? What am I? What was I? What will I be after it? So like that. And then that is because we are conceptualizing from our concept and trying to make sense out of it. And I like the Dr. Chep said about the atom and the Nibbana, which I normally quote actually. I use that quotation of Nibbana is something that once deconditioned all the conditions, then it's nothingness, but not also nothing. It is there also nothing, and it is nothing also nothing.
Oh, okay. So since you mentioned about that, I used to know about some book. So that this book is maybe from the, I'm not sure, Indian guru or Tibetan guru. So he said one word that everything is nothing.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
It's
that is again not complete.
huh?
But that is not complete.
Not complete yet.
No.
Oh.
Rejection.
Yeah. So that when somebody say everything is a nothing, then according to the Buddha's teaching is not complete yet. Then you have to put further one more sentence. Nothing is nothing.
Oh, okay.
Huh? So that's so not nothing is nothing. So that is neither nothing nor nothing.
Very confusing.
It's like a neva sanya na sanyayatana.
I agree.
Yeah, neva sanya na sanyayatana, like that. So this is it is exist. Does it? It is not. Does not exist. It is exist. Oh, confusing now.
It's hard to say in English, Hassan.
Yeah, it's neither exists nor
Non-exist.
nor null exists.
Yeah.
No, neither no exist or exist. Okay, so I heard that it's become like a very famous book, especially in the Western world. that people read about this because it's kind of like catchy word, like everything is nothing, nothing is everything.
Mhm.
So now
Like,
I can tell them that hey, there is one word which is neither nothing or everything.
yeah. So this is neither existence nor non-existence.
Neither
The
existing.
simile given is, suppose a novice has cleaned a bowl. So, a senior monk, after eating in a bowl, senior monks finish his eating, and then novice monks comes and take this bowl to take away to wash it. After he washed it, and he used the cloth to clean it. Yeah? After he cleaned, his master asks him, "Is the bowl clean?" And then he says, "Oh, there is still some oil left." And there's some still oil left. And then the master said, "Okay, get the tube and get the bowl. We will pour this oil out from this bowl." And this novice say, "No, no, no, I don't mean that the many oil." So that is the concept. Yes, there is, and also there isn't. Huh?
ไม่เข้าใจ
If you understand, you are enlightened.
อะไรนะเหมือนมีน้ำมันค้างอยู่ในไอ้เขาเรียกอะไร
เน
บิ
น
ณฑ
เน
บาต
นเนนบอกว่าบาทก็คือบ
าทล้างแล้ว
บาทล้างแล้วค่ะ
เนี่ยอาจารย์ก็ถามว่าสะอาดไหมเนนก็บอกว่าน้ำมันยังติดอยู่
มีอยู่
อาจารย์ก็เลยบอกว่าอย่างนั้นก็เอาท่อมาและเอาบอลมาเราจะเทน้ำมันออกเนนก็เลยบอกว่าไม่ใช่ไม่ได้หมายความว่ามีน้ำมันเอาไหนเมื่อกี้บอกว่ามีน้ำมันไงเนี่ยว่ามีก็ไม่ใช่ ไม่มีก็ไม่ใช่
so that means that this is the state of Nibbana.
Yeah.
It's no existing or existing.
Yeah.
Only have you ever heard this word in Thai language from the teacher, our Kruba Ajan? มีอยู่แต่ไม่มี
yes
Okay. So that's when somebody says emptiness, Nibbana is emptiness, then that's not complete yet.
เสียงมันไม่เอาโย
And also for me today, my last questions is, for example, somebody asked me that if you ever reach the Nibbana, like in human form, will you die after that?
You can attain Nibbana while you're alive. You don't have to die.
No, I mean like if you, somebody said that if you become like Arahat, and then maybe some book or something, I think Monit maybe can explain this, and then later you will die because the body, your body cannot hold
ไฟไอกิเกน not tolerate
do you have this? But because in Thailand people might have this idea, but I'm not quite sure about like the other
in Tipitaka as well.
ชันชิป
ถ้าชิป
I didn't hear the full question because just now I pulled out the earphone, but
okay.
I can catch it a little bit. That if you are lay people and attain the Nibbana or Arhantaship, and you will die, isn't it? Okay.
That was the question.
Okay. And from Tipitaka said that if especially the Arahanta, Arhanta, if that one is a layman, hasn't ordained into the Sangha yet, so that one will die because five aggregates cannot bear it. It means like it's not the suitable status for lay people.
Hmm.
Like if the lay people have to work, like his job is killing fish, or his job is doing something like will make someone suffering. So the arhataship is not suitable for lay people.
Hmm.
If
Okay.
that one get arhataship, so as a layman, lay people, so that one has to die.
Hmm. I'm not sure about the dying. Okay, that you have to die. I'm not sure about that,
Like
but I can give you a simile. Suppose you are in a dirty water, in a dirty water, the pond with a dirty water. You are there, and you couldn't find a way out, and somebody offer you a ladder, and then you see that there is a fresh water. What will you do?
Climb up the ladder and then go to the fresh water.
Yeah,
the
so
sea
like
water.
that. So attainment of whether it is a sotapanna or arhat, you have seen that the whole world, as being a lay person, is basically in this dirty water pond. You are playing with it. Now you see that there is something beyond it. So you will not go back. You will go to the fresh water. You will climb. You will do everything to get into this fresh water. And so that's how you will. And the moment when you become a sotapanna or arhat, you will feel uncomfortable being a lay person, because if you are a lay person, then you have to deal with so many so-called worldling activities, and this is not conducive for the path to liberate. It's like you are still in a dirty pond, and now you see this fresh water. You want to go, but you still thinking, oh, I have to think of this belongings, that belongings, or I have this house and this property in this pond. How can I leave? Then you are in a dilemma. Okay, so it is impossible. Here, once you have attained, then basically you are climbing up, and you will go away, seeing that dirty in the being a worldling. And then here, if you may have heard one man in Myanmar, in Burma, his name is Sayadaw Sunnun. Sayadaw Sunnun, he was an uneducated farmer, and once he was told that okay, you just meditate watching a breath, and he attained. They believe that he attained arhat. Sunnun Sayadaw. Okay, and after he attained the arhat, he stayed for a couple of, I'm not sure how long. He was a layman and he was teaching, and later he became a monk. Okay, like that. So that's why not sure about you will be going to die after you attained it, but there is certain that once you attain one of these states, then you will become the homeless.
It's like in the Tripitaka, when they describe these lay arahants, not quite in the Tripitaka as well, that died like They don't say it's because they became arahants.
Mm.
There's other things.
Mm.
Huh?
Okay.
Professor, when I attend Arahant, I will tell you.
Uh, when the moment when you tell you are
No,
not,
when you say that, Ajahn just say that when you say that, when I attend Arahat, I will tell you that means you are not. But when you say that my thing is not my thing, the thing is done.
And then I will see the cars crash you.
Yeah.
It's not like getting a medical degree.
uh, one thing I would like to say before we end here is that Nibbana is one of the greatest hope that we have, and it's in our own capability that we don't have to rely on anyone, anybody. It's you that you will work towards it, and that hope is again the success that you can attain by your own work. Not like in any other religions saying that in order to attain a nibbana, you need a help from outside world, energy or a god or any other external beings, chakras or whatsoever.
Amulets.
So, you have to rely on others' support, and again you have to die to attain that attainment. Whereas in Buddhism is not. You are the boss. You take your own action. You take your own work, and then it's up to you how long you want to spend to get that nibbana. There's nobody to say that you have attained, nobody to confirm that you have attained this and that, but you yourself know it. Okay, so that's why this is the greatest hope.
This monk said, you know, if you attend Nibbana, someone throws a party, there will be no you to celebrate in that party.
Right? Okay, so like that. And that is the state of a nibbana. Again, if you have to rely on someone's confirmity that you have attained, you never know. Their mind maybe say, oh, I don't like it anymore. I don't like him. I don't like her. I am not going to give her. Monit, if you annoy me a lot, I will say, oh, I'm not going to give you a certificate of Nibbana. Then you're not. Yeah. So Buddhism gives us freedom to attain. That's why it's the greatest hope that the humanity can have. And you take control, you take in charge of it by yourself. Okay? And it's up to your perfections, that how much you can perfect in a short term, long term, and you will be attaining that.
It's up to myself.
Yeah.
Huh? You tell the truth. Teacher, you annoy me.
It's a subtle comment.
Okay. We have to end here, and day after tomorrow we will discuss on the fourth noble truth. Okay, fourth noble truth.
Oh, it will be only 1 minute, so please take a note. we won't be here for 2 days. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you can ask Moni to take a note.
Professor Jie.
And when nobody can help you anymore, you will be you.
You'll be the right one on it. You'll be the right one, and you always right in the class.
I believe you will get certificate from Pa'ajan that you have like full attendance.
No, I have heard that in Thailand we have lots of certificates that you already attend Sotapan something like that, and I heard it and what?
Oh yeah. So I think I should ask Pa'ajan that since, for example, we are going to the forest do you have any homework for us? I
Homework.
try to be a good student if I go to the forest, and then I can come back and then tell you something. What do you think we should do?
You follow the Achan. Do not follow me. I'm not going with you. So,
Follow the Ajahn. No, because when only no, only Tanjeep will be there.
yeah. Okay. The Kanchit can lead you. What to do.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So enjoy the forest.
Because I heard the concept of actually forest bathing.
Forest
Bathing.
bathing.
So I mean this one is a kind of for the health benefits that if you go to the forest at some point you can for example the forest they have some kind of a chemical called phytonide, so which is maybe good for your sankhan. And for me, for mine as well.
Do not think that it helps your physical body. The moment when you go to the forest, it's already beginning because you're walking. It's already healthy for you.
Fresh air,
Oh, okay.
You have a fresh air,
no pollution.
no pollution there, so it's already helpful. But the reason you are going to forest, in according to the Buddhism, is you're finding the solitude where less distraction, so that you can pay attention to your meditation object, and that you gain the samadhi. So that is the purpose of it.
I should remove from karma supper.
Okay? So you are leaving all your work, you're leaving the whole world, the whole noise. You are going into forest for yourself, the solitude. So you are learning your mind, about your mind.
Okay.
And that's how you gain the samadhi. And when you come back, you will be using that samadhi. Physical benefit definitely is there, but that's not the ultimate goal of going to forest.
So you
Okay.
trust Jeep?
อะไรนะ
Do you
what?
trust
I couldn't hear you clearly.
Why don't you go to the forest as well?
Afraid of
I couldn't hear Monit.
afraid of snake.
Snake?
Oh. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Because I just lay down and sleep on the cloud sheet. No tent, no hammock.
How many people in the forest?
My team including me five members, and another team 3, because another team will go tomorrow, but my team will go the day after tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Enjoy. Well, we'll see you. Okay. Take care.
So good luck.
ขอบคุณค่ะ It's been a good discussion today. Thank you